Okay, if you're having trouble hearing, I'm gonna put a conference number you can call in on. Chris, can you hear us? Great. Okay, we're gonna start. Tonight's webinar is about Darbe Nokes, the credit gal, and she's gonna be sharing with us her warm and cold market scripts. Exactly what she says. Those are pretty close to what we have from FES. And in the corporate account scripts, they don't actually have, I think, a corporate account script. So this one is completely what she says. She's written them down. Don't worry about trying to take notes to exactly what she says, how she says it. I'll be sharing those by email, and then also we'll put those up on the Facebook group, and then we'll have them up probably next week on her website as well, darbenokes.com. And then the video, we'll put the video on YouTube, and then we're going to make an MP3, and we'll try to get it into the iTunes and the Google Play Store, and that way you can put them on your phone and listen to them. But listen to Darbe. She's the vice president. She's been in the company a little under 4 years. She's doing very well. She will be one of our first $1 million earners in the company. Single mom, was a cheerleader, has 4 boys. So she can do it. You can do it too. Sit back, relax, and really focus on what she says it, but also how she says it. So without further ado, Darbe Nokes, the credit gal.
Thank you, Craig Beeson. I appreciate that. And yes, it's been an amazing ride. And I have to say that one of the toughest things, I think that when people enroll in our company, whether it be as a customer or even obviously as an agent in our company, they see that obviously we have products and services that people need, and we have a great compensation plan and a great company and a great track record. But one of the hardest things for people is to pick up the telephone and talk to their warm market. People that are your warm market are people like your friends and family and coworkers and business affiliates and acquaintances. What I wanted to do, you remember 4 years ago, I was new too. And it was a little hard, even though that my background is sales and, I obviously got paid because I used to broadcast sports to speak. I still was a little apprehensive. So what I wanted to do is go over the FES scripts and on how Darbe Nokes says it. And it's pretty much in my own words. And, when you log into your back office and you print off the personal contact scripts, it's supposed to serve as a guide, and it's very important that you study the script over and over again so it comes to you and it's natural and comfortable. And you may use some of your own dialogue like I do, but the key is to stay with the context of the script so that you accomplish your goal and let somebody know about the opportunity in detail. So your first goal is to get the peak interest video, or 11-minute video, which is the www.protectionthatpays.com, in front of people. And basically, do not attempt to explain the opportunity over the phone, because you're not going to do a good job at it. You're going to be on the phone too long. All of our time is very valuable, and it just doesn't work. Remember, you're new, so be new. Speak with your sponsor, your field trainer, or other capable experts that are on your team, and do not tell. Less creates curiosity. So I'm going to start with the opinion script type number 1. That is individuals you respect and look up to. Like, maybe you were in business with somebody. Maybe somebody in your family is a fantastic leader in the corporate field. And basically, this is what I say.
If you just join the call, hold on, Darbe. If you just join the call, make sure you mute your phone. We're having some audio issues, Darbe. So okay. I gave them the dial-in number so that they're all going to dial in, but they need to mute their phone so that way everyone can hear you. So we're having some issues with the sound not playing without them calling in on their phones. So
okay,
if you are calling in,
star 6 or the mute button. And then I'm going to start over because I want you to, because this is going on YouTube. So let me start over, all right?
Yes.
My name is Darbe Nokes. Okay, my name is Darbe Nokes. I'm Vice President of Financial Education Services. And today we're going to go over a few of our scripts, the warm market script, the cold market script, and the corporate account script. And remember, when it says personal contact scripts, which if you've joined FES and you're new, it's in your back office, It's under marketing, and basically you can go, under training, and you can go to forms and documents, and you can print out these scripts. And these are scripts for you to practice. You need to practice a script like anything else. It needs to become natural and comfortable. And you can use your own words and dialogue like I will show you I do today. But the key is to stay within the context of the script so you accomplish your goals of showing somebody the opportunity and telling them exactly what they need to see. So your goal is to get people in front of the peak interest video. And our peak interest video is the www.protectionthatpays.com. It is an 11-minute video, and it kind of is a corporate overview, just a peak interest overview of what we do here at Financial Education Services. And it's a very quick video. It's excellent. It will point out you're either one of three people. I'm not interested, but I could give you a referral. Number two, I need the products or maybe the protection plan. Or number three, I really want to get involved with this company and help a lot of folks. So the first person that we talk to are individuals you respect and look up to. These could be family members that own their own business. This could be your boss at a past company. Just anybody that's successful in their own right, you want to call them and say this. Do you have a few minutes, Joe, to talk right now? And they'll say yes, because this is something I really consider pretty important. And then if they say sure, you go, great. I just got involved with something I really and I have a lot of respect for you. I'd like to email you a link. It's only an 11-minute video. We'll give you a brief overview of what I'm doing. Do you think you can watch it pretty quickly? And they're going to say yes. So what's your email do? Not their email. You need to say to them, is this email still good for you? And it is. And great. Well, are you going to be able to watch it today? Always get a time that they're going to watch the video. And if they say, well, probably this evening at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, go, great. Is it all right that I call you back at 7 then? Okay, great. Now, if you're new, you're going to say to them, I just got involved with this company, and I want to get Ray Cortina, Craig Beeson, Darbe Nokes, somebody that's been involved with the business a little bit longer than you, possibly, on the phone to answer any of your questions. And you always want to edify them. They're a sales director in our company. They're very successful. They have maybe dealt with this type of business person that you're speaking to, and they'll be able to answer all your questions. Fair enough? And they're going to say, sure. And make sure that you call them back on time. Now, well, what if they say, well, what is this? Well, Joe, let me ask you a question. How many people out there do you know with less than perfect credit? The number one answer is, hopefully they don't say me if they're successful, but the number one answer usually is a lot of people or me and everyone I know. And then you go, exactly. That's why I'm so excited about this, and I want you to take a look at it so you can give me your business sense, your opinion. So I'll call you back at 7 o'clock tonight after you've taken a look at it. Now, if they persist, because they might persist, and they might ask you more questions, and then you're going to say to them, because remember, the idea is not to get in a question-answer session. It is not doing that. That is not what you want to do because you're new. Therefore, you're not going to know the answers, and you're going to get flustered. Okay, so don't do that. And you're going to say, Joe, I understand why you would want to ask me questions, but being that I just got started, I don't even want to try to explain it because I know I'm not going to do it justice. But after you watch the video, it's only 11 minutes long, I will make sure that I get my vice president, my sales director on the phone to answer any questions that you might have. Fair enough? Great. I'll call you back at 7 o'clock this evening. And thank you so very much for taking a look at it. Okay? Now, remember, the most important thing, no question and answer. I did all the mistakes 3.5 years ago, and I can tell you since then of practicing my craft, I do not get in a question answer anymore, and it works. So don't do that. Now, type 2, individuals who are your peers, equals, and probably your closest contacts. Now, depending on who those people are, sometimes they can be the hardest because we would hope that our warm market wants us to succeed, but I'd like to tell y'all, wake up, because most people want you to succeed, maybe not, but they're going to wait till you succeed. But remember, in that 11-minute video, there are 3 kinds of people. Number 1, I'm not interested, but I can give you a referral. What if your referral is a vice like me? You don't know. One of my biggest persons, agents, executive directors in my business was a referral to me. He lives in South Carolina. So I wouldn't have known that he would have been my biggest person. So referral. The second person is a customer. Maybe they need credit. Maybe they need our protection plan. Or maybe the third person, they just look at this and said, this just makes sense. I really want to help people. I need the services myself. I want to be an agent. How do I get started? So the peak interest video has already done the job for you. So make sure, just know that. Now, if you haven't looked at the peak interest video, you need to look at that time and time again, because you need to know what that video is about. So make sure that you watch that. So here I'm going to go with the individuals who are your peers. And I'm going to say, okay, Joe, hi, it's Darby. What's going on? That's what I'd say. I go, nothing. I go, is this a good time? They'll say, yeah. I go, listen, I found something I'm super excited about, and I know that if you had something you were super excited about, you would give me a call and I'd take a look at it. Right, Joe? And he goes, sure, Darby. I go, great, because I'm really excited about this, and I have this 11-minute video. It's going to go over what I'm excited about, and it's a real quick video. So I'm going to send it to you now. Joe, is this still a good email for you? Great. I'm sending it right now. Can you look at it now? Now, remember, this is my friend, right? Can you look at it now? No, Darby, I'm going to look at it at 5 o'clock. Okay, I'll give you a call back at 5:30. And you know what, Joe? I just got started, but I have a girl in my business. Her name's Ray Cortina. She's a sales director. She's a rock star, and she has all the answers for you. But just take a look at it, and Ray and I'll call you back at 6:30. Fair enough? Okay, Darby, great. Now, if they start asking, well, what is it? I'm going to say the same thing. Well, let me ask you a question, Joe. How many people do you know that have less than perfect credit? And Joe, my friend, is probably going to say to me and everybody I know. Exactly. That's why I'm really excited about this. So I want to send you this 11-minute video. Take a look at it, and I'll give you a call back at 7. Fair enough? Now, if he persists and says, okay, Darby, what is it? Is it one of those multi-level things, or one of the, I'm not interested in any juices or pills or anything like that. And I go, you know what, Joe, I understand why you'd want me to explain it to you, but honestly, I would just do it a disfavor, because I want you to see it the way I saw it. And the bottom line is, you really need to see what I saw, period. Just watch the 11-minute video. I'm going to get back with you at 7 o'clock. Fair enough. Great. Talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye. Right? Now, if they persist, come on, Joe, how long have we known each other? So, and they're going to say 10 years, 5 years, 40 years. So just trust me. You could have already watched the darn video with all these questions you're asking me. Watch the 11-minute video, and I'll make sure I get Ray Cortina on the phone with me, and she'll answer your questions. Fair enough? Great. Call you back at 7. Thank you so much. That's what I say. And if you go back to the FES script, it's pretty much like that, but it's in Darby's words. Now, number 3, individuals who respect you and look up to you. And I say this, hey, Joe, do you have a few minutes to talk right now? Great. I just got involved with something I'm really excited about, and I know once you see it, it's going to make as much sense to you as it did to me. And is your email still joe@dreambig.com? Okay, great. I'm going to send it to you. Can you look at it now? Okay, fantastic. I'll give you a call back in 30 minutes. Great. Now, if he persists, well, what is it? I'm going to say the same. Let me ask you a question, Joe. How many people out there do you know that have less than perfect credit? His number one answer will be me, and everybody knows. Exactly. So just trust me on this. Once you watch this quick video, you'll understand why I just thought it was excellent for you. So just watch the video, and I'll give you a call back in 30 minutes. Great. Now, they persist, because sometimes people just like to ask questions. Sometimes individuals persist, but remember, we're not in a question-answer session. It doesn't work. But this is what I would say. I understand that you want me to explain this to you, but that's not the best way for us to do this. Just watch the 11-minute video, and then we'll talk about it. I'll call you back in 30 minutes. Great. Thank you so much. So the friendly reminders on this, it is really not the words I'm saying. It's how excited and enthusiastic about that I'm saying it. And, because when we're enthusiastic, it really piques their interest and curiosity, and, and frankly, it's contagious. And also, if you're scheduling someone to attend, like if they want to attend watching the video or even a live overview or anything like that, you need to make sure you're excited. All right? It doesn't really matter how you're introducing this, because it could be a live overview. You need to be excited about it. You need to make sure you edify the meeting. Always make sure you confirm your appointment. If it's for an overview, corporate overview at the office to take a look at it, or even if, let's just say somebody says, I can't look at it till tomorrow evening at 7. So what you're going to do is you're going to text them the video, again, even though you emailed it, go, I'm looking forward to speaking at 7 o'clock tonight after you watch the www.protectionthatpays.com. So always confirm. And when you call them back and you ask them, if were you able to watch the video, what did you like about what you saw? If they say they haven't watched the video, then basically that call is done, and you're going to say, well, when are you going to be able to watch the video? And I'll give you, let's make another appointment time. Because once again, you're not going to get in a question and answer. And frankly, our system says, anybody in our company that's on the phone that's taking the time to help you and do a third-party call, they are not there to get in a question and answer session either. So you need to make sure they have watched the video before they get on the call with your sales director. And create a sense of urgency. That's why I always say, can you look at it now? Can you look at it now? Because I want a sense of urgency. If you say, well, just give me a call back after you look at it, they're not calling you back. And if they do call, you're going to be chasing them. So it's urgency because it's important. It's important information that they need to take a look at it. And the more important and urgent you make it, it will make it important and urgent to them. And following up, you got to make sure. If they say 7, you better make it 7. Not 7:30, not 7:15, not even 7:10. It better be the time, because remember, you're really letting them know that you're serious about what you're doing and excited about it. And if you were, you would call them back exactly at the time. So that's our warm market script, our personal contact scripts, and that's how we begin. Now I'm going to go to the cold recruiting script. And the cold recruiting script is, just people you meet out and about in your everyday life. And it's just to be a helpful tool when approaching cold contacts. And it's very important that you study and practice the script so it sounds very natural and conversational. You don't want to be going, oh, hi, my name's Darbe Nokes. I'm a national recruit. You can't do that. First of all, they're going to run away. So you don't want to do that. They'll go, this person's not well. So you need to make sure that you practice it and feel comfortable and confident. And, of course, once again, you may use your own words and your own dialogue, because I know I'm from Texas and I put a little y'alls in there and this and that. You don't have to say that because it would be maybe not appropriate for you. But just understand the excitement in my voice. So I always lead out and about with a compliment. I think that most people don't get complimented. And sometimes for a man, they can still compliment. They have to be a little more careful about it, obviously, especially, because women might think that they're trying to get their phone number. So you have to be careful about that. But I always compliment. I'm standing in the line at Starbucks, and I see, a nice gentleman dressed in a business suit, and I just say hi. That's all I say, hi. And they go, hi. I go, do you work around here? You're dressed really professionally and nice. Is your business in this area in Malibu? And they're like, no, I'm on I have a meeting here. I sell insurance. And I go, that's fantastic. What type of insurance do you sell? They're going to tell me. How long have you been doing that? Questions. Oh, you've been doing that 20 years? Oh, my goodness. You must love what you do. You must be extremely successful at that. Well, and usually their answer is this, well, it's a job. Really? It's just a job? Wow. And they're going to, what do you think the next question they're going to ask? What do you do? Okay? What do you do? And I'm going to say I'm a national recruiter with a financial service company, and we're expanding this Los Angeles area. And then the next question is, so what do you actually do? They're going to ask, what do you actually do? Or they might say, what do you sell? Or what does your company offer? Something like that. Well, let me ask you a question. This is my answer. How many people do you know with less than perfect credit? Ding. Their answer will probably be me and everyone I know. Or maybe not if they're in the financial industry. They might say a lot of people, unfortunately, have been affected in this economy on their credit score. And I go, exactly. And one of the services we offer helps people to significantly increase their credit score, which today is absolutely vital to someone's financial position. And I'm kind of like the talent scout, looking for some quality individuals to help the company in its growing expansion here in Los Angeles, and is one of the cities right now we're focusing on. Let me ask you this. Do you know anyone that would be interested in working with a rapidly growing company that's been in business 10 years and has an A+ rating? They're going to answer. And basically who wants to make a serious income? Okay, really great. Do you have a card? Now, they're usually going to say me. Or they might say, you know what, my uncle just lost his job. They're going to give you either me or they're going to give you a name. They just are. Or do you have a card? And you're going to give your card, and you're going to get their card. Now, let's just say they say no. I've never gotten that, but they might say no. I don't know anyone. Go, you know what? You seem like a really professional guy. You just said, you remember his answer, he just said to me that he knew a lot of people were plagued by this economy and their credit score. And I'm going to say that right back to him. You said, Joe, that a lot of people were plagued by this economy and their credit score. So I'm sure you're a successful insurance salesman. You probably come into contact with these people every day. And you seem like a nice individual. You probably want to help them. Not you necessarily. I go, but if I could have your card, I'll send you my information. You can have it on file and keep your ears and eyes open. And if there's anybody that I could help, we do give a great referral fee. Fair enough? Great. You never, ever leave without getting their card. Period. Even if it's just to send them information, even if they said they didn't jump all over it, it doesn't matter. Because sometimes you send them the information, and it's amazing how a light bulb goes off, and sometimes it's their light bulb, but they were too embarrassed to talk about it in Starbucks. It could have been them. So understand that your cold market is everywhere you go. Everywhere you go is your cold market when you don't know that person. That's why it's cold. Grocery stores, retail shopping malls, when I'm paying. I always ask people, so how long have you been working here? Oh, 15 years. You've been working 15 years in retail. You must love it. If anybody has been working, and they usually say, it's a job. That's the number one answer. I go, it's just a job? And I give them, and it's not what I said, it's how I said it. And they're just like, oh, yeah, it is. I go, wow. And they're going to ask you what you do and be prepared. Now, if you do not feel comfortable saying you're a national recruiter for a financial education service company, you could be an agent with a financial company. You could be a credit consultant, whatever is comfortable for you. You could be a sales director. You could be an executive director. It doesn't really matter, because the most important thing is you want to get their information, because even if they're not interested, they might know somebody that is. No, by the way, we give great referral fees. So when I was shopping for Christmas, I went around every retail store that I went to, every person that helped me, I got their card, and I gave them mine. Okay? So I got a lot of cards this holiday, doing a lot of shopping for my family. So that's the cold recruiting script. Now let's go to the corporate accounts or business accounts that have a floodgate of clients to refer to the service. Now, basically remember, your call list is broken down into three parts. The opportunity, selling financial services, and accounts. And what's an account? Account can be a realtor, loan officer, banker, attorney, accountant, mobile home dealer, car dealers, solar companies, hard money lenders, just to name a few. just basically any company or individual that has to have a certain credit score to either close a transaction or serve their client with a better interest rate. So that's a gamut of people or a gamut of companies. But the most important thing that you need to know about corporate accounts, if you have a warm market list and you obviously have a friend or a family member that's a broker or realtor, etc., great. But you do not, when you're new, want to start opening the phone book and start calling every realtor in your area. You do not want to do that because really you're not trained to do that yet, and you're just going to not make the company look so good. And you need to go and start with your warm market because they're going to refer you. When your sister says, I'm not interested, Darbe, but, and I'm going to say, well, you know one person, right? And they go, and I go, a realtor, a loan officer, an attorney? They're going to give me one name. So when you're new, if you do not know corporate accounts or business accounts or people of that nature, you want to make sure you go to your warm market and get a referral for them. If you do know them, great. That's an open door, right? They're in your warm market. But make sure you don't open that phone book and start calling on people because you're not ready yet. You can be ready, but you're not ready yet. So basically the FES system says if we're new, be new, obviously, and edify your field trainer or above, and they're going to get on the phone. And I always start, whether at this point it's someone I know or referred to or just co-calling in this way, let's start with someone referred. Okay, so let's just say this is not somebody you know, but somebody introduced me to a broker. I'll say, hi, Joe, my name's Nokes. I'm the Vice President of Financial Education Services, and Becky Miller thought it would be beneficial if we speak. Is this a good time? Please be nice and ask that. Great. If it's not a good time, when will be a good time? You write that down. You call them back at that time. Let's say they say yes. And I'm going to say we work with a lot of people in the brokerage business, helping you increase your bottom line and your referral base. That's something you'd be interested in, wouldn't you? Now, they're not going to say, no, I'm not interested in that. They're going to say yes. Great. Let me ask you a question. How many clients do you have to turn away because they have less than perfect credit? They're going to give you a number. Write it down. All right? So they might say 50%. They might say 10. And or whatever that number is, write it down. I usually say then, that is a lot of money you're losing, isn't it? That's a lot of money you're losing, isn't it? Well, let me ask you another question. If we could show you a way to at least turn around 50% of that lost income and also increase your referral base, this is something you'd want to take a look at, isn't it? Because basically what you're saying is that they've lost money. They're answering you, and you're giving back their answer. And you're saying, so you want to make more money, right? Is basically what you're saying. And you want to help more people, and you want to get more referrals, right? And they're going to say, sure, great. I would like to send you a quick 11-minute video that goes over, a quick 8-minute video. Now, remember, these are not people that are going to join your business necessarily. These are referral business. These are people that are going to refer you credit restoration clients so they can do their job better. And they can make more money, and they can get more referrals. So this is not the opportunity. This is the 8-minute video, the credit restoration video that is on the united-credit.org site. Okay? It's the 8-minute video. So what I'm going to say is I would like to send you an 8-minute video that goes over our credit restoration in detail and also a login to see what the client sees. We're very transparent. The client can actually go along with the service for a year and look at their score, look at the negative items we've taken off, et cetera. And they'll say, great. And I'll go, what is your email? You're going to give it to me. Great. I will send it shortly. Will you be able to look at it today? Once again, are you going to look at it today? What time can you take a look at the information? Write it down and follow up with your field trainer or above and make sure that you call them back at that time. Then you're going to say, fantastic, thanks, Joe, and I will let Becky know we connected. It's very important that just out of courtesy, common courtesy, that you let them know because you don't know their relationship. They could be best friends, right? You don't know. You were referred. I'm going to let Becky know we connected, and I will give you a call at 7 p.m. tonight. I will also have Jake Dillon on the phone, as he is a Vice President of Sales and FES and lots of experience with brokerage firms increasing their bottom line and they're upping their referral base. We'll make sure we get all your questions answered. Thanks again, and have a fantastic day. So that is basically what I say to accounts, and these are people that were referred. Now, if it was someone you know, you're gonna say the same thing that I just said, but you're just gonna make it more personal. You're gonna say, "Hey, Joe, this is Darbe. How are you? Great. Well, you know, Joe, I just got involved with the company, and I work a lot with brokers, just like you, and I would love to send you some information. Let me ask you a question, Joe. How many people do you turn away every single week that cannot qualify for your loans because of their credit score?" And they're going to give me the number, and I'm going to say, "Joe, if I could just save you 50% of those people and increase your bottom line and your referral base, that would be something that would interest you, wouldn't it?" He's going to say, "Sure, go, great. I'm going to send you an 8-minute video. It goes over our credit restoration in detail and a login. You can see what the client sees." Now, remember, Joe, very important for you, you don't do any work. You're just referring us, the clients, to a company that's been doing this for 10 years. We have an A+ rating. We've helped thousands of clients. I'm going to send you the video. Is this still a good email for you, Joe? joe@dreambig.com? Yep. Great. Well, I'm going to send you the video right now. Can you look at it now? Now, this is somebody you know. No, Darbe, I can look at it at 5. Great. I'm going to give you a call back at 5:30. And you know what, Joe? I just got involved with this company, but I've got Ray Cortina. She's a sales director, and she works a lot with people in the brokerage business or in the realtor business or with attorneys, whatever business it is. And I'm going to get her on the phone, and I'm sure she'll be able to answer your questions. Fair enough? Great. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you later. Now, that phone call took seconds, right? Or a minute or two. It didn't take very long at all. And what I have to tell you, it's, remember, most important thing, it's not what I say, it's my enthusiasm in saying it. Most important thing is I'm not getting in a question and answer session. I'm new, and I'm going to be new. I want them to take a look at the video, whether it be the opportunity video, protectionthatpays.com, or the credit restoration video. And if I am new, I want to make sure I get somebody on the line to answer their questions, since I might know not all of them right now. So hopefully all of this information tonight is very helpful to you. The most important thing I can tell you, and I'm so very grateful for my success, but I'm going to tell you my success has come with practice. You know, my mom always said practice makes perfect, and she's right. Practice makes perfect. And you practice it. I know that Craig Beeson and Chris Miller are going to be uploading this information on YouTube. They're going to be having it on Facebook, etc. So you're going to be able to see the scripts. You're going to be able to upload them to your phone and be able to practice them. So I hope you have a wonderful night. You're having a wonderful holiday. And we will speak again next Thursday evening. Next Thursday evening, we'll be going over 4 steps to duplication, how FES system does it, and how Darbe Nokes goes through it. Have a wonderful night, and thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Darbe.